Cool. We are live, I hope. First one in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, never mind, I hear myself. What is this button? Hmm. All right, so started using SpaceWalk today. I'm gonna have to take my earpiece out. I can't stand hearing myself twice. So 1 second. Check. Can you hear me? Yep. All right, cool. So yeah, messed around with Mixolydian and came up with like these little 2-bar changes. I like it when at first I was doing it and I had the bar changes set at like 4, and then I wanted it to change more often, so I switched it to 2, and then changed some of these other settings to get different ones. And I love this little drag MIDI because then I don't really have to link it to anything. I mean, I do initially when I want to hear it, and then I could just drag the MIDI to it and move on. Otherwise, if you have to link it, you're relying on that particular thing. So then I used the plugin I chose was Omnisphere. I'm using one of Tom Wolf's Halocon. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm probably saying it wrong. Part 2, and it's called Behind the Beauty. Let's see what he says about that preset because I hardly ever look at that. Well, it used to be on here. They would tell you a little something about the preset. Maybe they removed that now. We're in Omnisphere 3. Cool. So yeah, that's the one I chose. That's what it sounds like. So I'm using it as a soundscape across the back. I'll let you hear the full piece in just a second. This is Trillion, which is kind of part of it's my basic jazz R&B muted bass that I use, Petrucci bass. And I always generally run it through bass fattener and punch and parallel. I could switch that up and use any bass. Sometimes I'll take off the fattener and just use what is it called? I'll just use like an upright bass depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing more jazzy type stuff, and then we're using Addictive Drums, which I added a UAD plugin for. I like this one for some reason. It says Boom Release to Taste. This is a 1176. So it's one of the other. There's a bunch of 1176 boxes. I didn't realize. I still don't know if they're the same and they just have different colors because this is a LN, so they are different, but I just don't fully understand it. This is my master chain. Nobody cares about that. This is what I use on drums typically. Transient shaper, a drum kit enhancer, and Valhalla's with 10% on the drum air to give the drums a little bit. And then when you go into the mixer, I'm going to use the mixer here. You'll see I just send it over there. It's nothing big. But a lot of that stuff is preset in there. It's preset. Like my bass is preset. I don't go in and make this every time I set up this. That's how I can write songs faster. You build a template. And I suggest you do that on anything. I don't care if you're on hardware or whatever. Have your template built. You can have your free time to go in and play on other stuff. But when you want to get down and get busy and make a song and finish something, templates are the way to go. Let's see. All right, drums. So we're using some funk drums. And I'm building a kit, right? So this is called Heavenly Moon. By the way, it's easy in here to save your own kits. So simple. And you can pick which one you want. You can link them. And then each piece you can click edit and go and edit the sound if you don't like the way it sound shaped or whatever, by adding more compression, tape, EQ, etc., etc. It's really simple. So this is my first kit I'm working on. Here, I'll let you hear what it sounds like. That's the kick. What's up, Dustin? Good to see you, man. So what I did here was I linked these hand claps. This is 3 people clapping to this snare. So when I hit the snare, it's gonna clap too, and a finger snap. So I have them all linked, and it's pretty simple. You can just unlink. That's what the snare sounds like. I've been working on the snare, like debating, but I end up settling for this one. There's so many snares when you get, so you can see, look at all these snares in here I've gotten. So you can mix it up and do whatever you want. And all you do is drag this over, drop it on there. It'll say link to clap. Adjust the volume. So if you want clap a little less. Then if you want to connect this one, just do the same thing. Just drag it over. It'll ask you, do you want 1 finger snap or 2? I'm going to go double. There you go. So then that's pretty much it. There's the kit. You can adjust your volumes down here. I did not. Then you have how much room is in there if you want to bring that down. You can edit the whole kit. I mean, top to bottom, whatever you want. Even the effects that go on there, whether you put delay on something. And then, of course, you can bring any MIDI in or adjust. I always do a beat transformer where I adjust the MIDI a little bit so it sounds like it's humanized a little more. It sounds good, though, either way. But, yeah. Super simple. I love it. I mean, it's probably, like, for making drums, I think it's the best. And this is it together. So I just sit and play the bass till I get what I like. And this is what SpaceWalk will do. SpaceWalk. So SpaceWalk is incredible. I really, for $15 or $20. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Did I just crash my? I think I crashed something pressing something. Yeah, I'm covered. Sorry about that. That was on me. Should be still recording though. Yes. Let's see. Did it freeze? Yeah, it froze. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it right back up. Just okay. So that's the first time in a long time I've crashed something. Maybe it was because didn't like something. Wonder if it was SpaceWalk that crashed it. I'm not gonna report it right now. I don't have time. I want to get back to work. All right, so here we go. So I'm using a Mixolydian. I showed you guys this. What's cool about this thing is you can change the bars. So like you can see it's changing every 2 bars. There's an echo on the audio. Oh, let me see. You hear an echo. It could be my cell phone trying to pick up because I'm running it in the background to watch the chat. That could be why you're hearing it. Okay, you said the echo is gone. Good. That could be because I was restarting it too. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so the chords. What was I saying? Here, let's do this down to 8 so you can see what the chords look like. So here's the chords it's selected. You can change this up here midway through the track, like if you want. So you can see it says, if you look here, it says ninths, sevenths, triads, if you just want 3. And then rich, I think, is way up there, and it could be 11ths or whatever mixed in. I'm not sure. And then you can see what chords it's using. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a cheap little chord generator for ambient stuff. I'm going to use it, but to be honest with you, you don't need it. You could do the same thing by just playing the chords. But what's cool about it and quick is that you can see here I made multiple takes of the same. So each time I generate something new, so if I go in here, I can keep the same pattern, but I could go vary it and it's going to change. Or I could go, give me something new. And it's changing the chords and the progressions. And so it's kind of nice to get quick ideas going. That way you can mess around. Kind of reminds me of like Harmony Bloom, what it does. What's up, hero? Good to see you, man. So, yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. You can easily attach it to whatever you want. So you just make how I have scalar up here, Harmony Bloom. This is how I do it at least in Ableton. And then I just let it, but see, because this one has a MIDI drag and drop, there's no real reason for me to attach it to anything unless I just want to play it. So I'm pretty much just randomly picking stuff. As long as I know what the scale is, I'm fine. Because I can play within the scale, and I can even scale lock in Ableton, which you can do that in. I think you can do it in Logic and maybe FL. I haven't used Logic in a minute, and FL I haven't really touched it, to be honest. I tried like a demo version, but not really messed with it. Adjusting levels, the bass sound a little bit. Sorry about that. It's because I haven't selected a true sound yet. I'm going to go back in and pick a sound real quick. Pad. Bring that down. That might be interesting. Let's see what it sounds like. Or not. Let's see here. So one of the things it does, or that I don't like, is that I gotta constantly fix this initial, because it doesn't always trigger right on the 1. And I want this particular stuff to do just that. Sometimes I'm not worried about it depending on, but yeah, I want that to be on the 1. So I'm just fixing this. Oops. I want to just adjust. There we go. All right, cool. So that way it starts on the. Take care, Dustin. But you can see how you can take. Let's use some. Another case of Omnisphere. Let's grab Keyscape. You know what I want to do? Hold up. I'm gonna use Rhodes. Let's go here. I don't have any chords on me that come into mind, so we are going to use Scalar to get that, because my brain is not thinking of anything. So I'm hooking Scalar up to this one. Turn off the scale lock, and then we're going to, and if you're in a chord, let's say I'm like in Mixolydian or whatever, which I am, it doesn't really matter which user chords I bring in technically, because I can change them. So let's go with some dark R&B. This is in the key of C and A minor, which is fine. So we want to get Mixolydian. We want to be in the key of C sharp Mixolydian. Well, that's the plan. So we're going to adjust the semitone there. And if you look at Mixolydian down here, you'll see that that scale is basically the same as this scale. So there we go. So we went semitones. Now I'm going to adjust the sound of this particular plugin. Cut some of the lows. So that plugin feels so, I could EQ it out, but I don't feel like it. So I'm just going to go to this one. There we go. Pull some of those lows out. This joint is dirty as all get out too. I'm gonna turn the mids up. Okay, cool. I still feel like the chords could be, these might be too strong. Let me see if I can find some chords that are like, yeah, there we go. Let's try some. Mixolydian C sharp. So we just need to go one semitone up, and there we are. So it doesn't matter what the chord pack says it is. You can adjust the semitones of it and it changes the chords. This thing is so dirty. Let me try, let's go with the intimate grand, see. Mixolydian driving me crazy. Now, this is something I'm going to do because I don't want to play a Mixolydian right now. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go with Dorian, and we'll keep C sharp minor. And then what we'll do is we'll let me just do this right here. I'm just going to change all of these bass notes where I played them by not playing it again. I'm just going to select them all, and then we're going to go fit to scale. Since we changed the scale, we're going to change it to Dorian, and we'll do C sharp. And if you go fit to scale, it moves everything into, should be on scale. Now this is not, we're going to get rid of this anyway. So just that quick. Now we're going to lock the scale, and I'm going to take the chords off, and I'm going to just play chords in. Don't feel the scale, so that's okay. Doesn't really matter, just switch it up. Let's switch to something like, okay, that should be fit to scale now. And then we'll go down here and we'll change, we're using D sharp Dorian. In fact, let's do something a little different. I got an idea. This happens sometimes, like if you don't feel inspired by something. So that's okay. Maybe you're not inspired by the sound of a certain chord, or you just need to get some chords that just fit better. All right, prisms. What chord did I pick up there? E sharp. Mellow soul. So you'll see this one's Mixolydian here. We're trying to use Dorian. The Dorian is G sharp, A flat. So what I'm going to do is this is where it's at, so I don't have to change it twice. G sharp, A flat Dorian. So we'll just change up here. There we go. Nice. And then we'll come down here on this track. Switch it there. And again, select all. Fit to scale. just trying to find chords that fit what I want. So let's try. Okay. Alright, so that's cool. We'll just MIDI capture what I did. Now, you can't really MIDI capture like this when you're doing the chords because it's not, you're playing single notes. So I'm going to have to play that again, which is fine. I already know what I did. So I'm going to just play that over. Okay, I messed up. I'm going to do it again. Might be good to start on time too. I'm starting at the wrong spot is part of the problem. All right, start at the beginning. All right. Don't like it? Start over. And this is how you should be recording, technically. Let me practice one time. Oh, I like that. I'm going to add that in. Okay. Let's do it again. Overcompress may bring it down so it's clean. What are you talking about? What are you saying is overcompressed? The drums? Or are you talking about these chords on the piano? You got to be specific on what you're talking about is overcompressed. Clipping non-stop. That's clipping? Because it's not, your master is clipping. Oh, because you know what? You're right. You're probably right. Oh no, shouldn't be clipping. Let me look. Here, we'll look at it together. It's not clipping. I can bring the drums down. But it's not clipping. I'm playing the mix. It's not clipping. You can see right here, it's not clipping at all. That's not. Yes, it's pushed, of course, but there's a limiter on it. The limiter is not allowing it to hit any further. So I have a limiter on it. And you can see right here, it's not, this is at the end of the chain. You can see here, it's not clipping. I don't know. You're looking at, if you're looking at these, this is an individual track. If that's what you're referring to. They're not clipping either. So I'm not sure what you mean. Because I'm looking at the main and it's not clipping. And I'm showing you a visual of it that is not. So I don't know. Could be something in your headphones or something, or maybe on your end that's distorting, or maybe through YouTube or something. I don't know. But it's not clipping with a limiter on it, and it's still not doing it. So I'm going to play this back now. And if you can explain to me when something's clipping, then I'll know. But it's not. I don't see it. If you're talking about down here in this corner, where you see over here, this one, here. It's hitting in the yellow. There you go. There it did clip on that point. Yeah, and so what I'm telling you is that I have a limiter on it. So you're looking at this visual over here with the clip over here. But you can look right here and see the visual. And I make music like this all the time. It's not clipping. I'll bring it down to show you on the master. If the clipping is happening on the audio, then maybe it's because it's too loud there. That could be happening for sure. So that's at 6 dB. So it's at 6 dB. I brought it 6 dB down, 6 decibels down. It shouldn't be clipping though. What I'm showing you too, because this isn't a mix session, but I'm not actually mixing anything right now, is I have it set to where it pushes it, but there is limiters on here prior to it hitting the final spot to prevent it from clipping. Like this limiter here is set for 6 dB. Okay, so you were just speaking of the master volume coming out, probably where it's hitting the headphones and clipping a little bit there. I could understand that. I see what you're saying. But I always thought you were talking about the overall song, because when I press it, it never clips. And that was the thing I was like, wait, what? But I get what you're saying. I appreciate you, Toss Away. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat. So, yeah, I appreciate you. I'm going to get back to actually making the music, too, so we can... Because I usually don't mix everything into the end anyway, but since you're watching, I get it. I'm going to add a melody over the top. Now, usually what I'm going to do is I'm going to play more than one part. This is just one part. So... Cool. I'm glad it's not clipping for you. Let me come up with a little, I'm going to call it a bridge for lack of better words. All right, let's do something else. I'm going to pick another spot. Don't like it, redo it. And it may still clip a little bit on the master, but when I finish with it, I'm more worried about how it sounds when I finish. Because usually I'm just getting the play out, and once I get the play out, then I can go back and adjust the volumes. But yeah. Let's try something like that, just see where we go. Don't like it. We'll do it over. Makes it hard to listen when it's clipping a bunch. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know it was clipping. And it is good to know because I can't listen technically while I'm making this music. Can't be listening on both ends. So yeah, no problem. Thank you. And it may be because we're streaming that it's clipping, because I don't hear that in the signal. I can see what you were saying. I just can't hear it. It doesn't, it's not hitting like that on my end. Let me see if I can figure out these chords. That'll be. Trying to find the chord. For now, so we can keep things pushing, we'll come back to that chord. Let's double this up. We'll do it 4 times. And then what I want to do is put some, this is 8 bars. I usually do at least 16. And then we'll have like a break somewhere where it changes, because I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. Let's grab, for a little break moment on that, let's grab a guitar. So we're going to grab, I like this one, little 335 from Ample Sound, and we'll grab Amplitude. Oh, you know what? I should try this Twin. Hold on, let me try something different. Usually I'll get the Fender Twin out of here. I want to see if this, and this may be not work, but I'm going to try it anyway. Omnisphere, if you got Omnisphere 3, they released the effects with it. So give me a second while I load this up. Okay, so let's grab Omnisphere 3. We're going to get the effects. And on the effects, we're going to use the amplifiers that they have. So let's see if we grab the classic Twin. And I just learned today that there's presets over here. So here's the cabinet mic right here. But if you click here, there's presets within this. And I think this is the rack presets, but I could be wrong, because I don't see them down there. But if you look over here and you keep clicking, default. turn the volume down. 6 dB. Maybe 9 dB. Let's see here. It's not thick enough for me personally. I like it a little bit. So I guess, like, let me see what the basement sounds like. Definitely don't. So you could mix them. I'm gonna go no, just go classic. So usually I'll use my Fender stuff, but let's go into here. Turn the master down. Alright. I'm turning the master down for people like Toss Away and anybody that may say clipping on their end. Because on my end that's really low, but we're all got different situations. Alright. So low though, I can barely hear it myself. This is cool, like if you put it over a keyboard, but for some reason it's not hitting right for what I need. So we're gonna go back and get amplitude. I think amplitude just hits better. Fender, we're gonna use a twin reverb. And the sole purpose of this is there's technically a guitar amp in here, by the way. Right here. They use a jazz one. But for jazz 120, unless you crank it and you're trying to do like some Metallica stuff with it, for some reason it kind of sounds thin. So I like it with so let's play and see. This may not be the right instrument. Off note. Yeah. Solos, you gotta feel them. If you don't feel it, it won't play right. So I'll get there. It'll happen. But just so you know, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this out just in case I want to keep playing. And then what I like to do is just play, right? Don't force yourself to have the spot on what you need. I mean, unless you really want to, but just play and then use MIDI capture to grab what you want, the best parts of where your takes are, you know? Okay, I like that. So then MIDI capture. There you go. And now you have your take there. And then if you want to add to it, just start playing again more and just build some strong takes and then take bits and pieces of parts you want. Sometimes I'll nail a 16 bar solo. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on what happens because I don't plan it. You know, it's just kind of whatever you get at that moment. It's in the moment. I prefer to write a solo like that because then I never play structurally the same thing. I just play around and find more parts and things that I like versus trying to be strategic. And I've played guitar for years and years, so I could do it on a real guitar. I have songs that are like that, but it's kind of hard to have every guitar that you want. Like when I want to pull out a nylon, especially for a solo, it's just so nice to have the ample sound stuff. I don't like this color for some reason. It doesn't work for my eyeballs. So I'm gonna do at least orange, something. There we go. So that 335 works on blues and jazz real nice. And then you can pull a Strat. Got to give some breaks in between on solos too. Like if you're gonna play a, then let it breathe out, and then right in between, just to give the audience time to digest the music, so that it's not just constant, the same. Even with solos, you know, tasteful moments of breaks. I definitely like the guitar more on this one than the sax, but that's just because I'm feeling it that way. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll save it at this. We'll call it a day. Appreciate everyone stopping by. If you can hit the like on the way out, or if you've already done it, appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, Crazy Rabbit, for stopping in. Appreciate you. Until the next one, we're out. It's perfect timing to stop and save your song. I usually like to pick a title. Sometimes I have titles, sometimes I don't. I use Chat GPT to give me ideas as I describe what the song makes me feel like. And then they'll give you sometimes some cool titles. But if you don't have it, definitely put your BPM and your um, key in there in case something ever gets lost. So there you go. That's it. Save. And we're done. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.